NBA, Anthony Davis and LeBron joining forces now appears closer to becoming a reality. Multiple reports say the Lakers are engaged in trade talks with the Pelicans, offering up Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, and that 4th overall pick. However, LA Times, they're reporting the Pelicans also want Kyle Kuzma as part of any deal. Chris Broussard still hanging with us. Chris, what you think on this one? Does this deal get done?
It does get done. It's going to happen. I mean, and I think as far as whether or not they should trade Kyle Kuzma, the Lakers, he should not be a deal breaker. Like, if at the end of the day you have to give up Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma, the number 4 pick for AD, you do it. However, I think it's a game of chicken. Like, who's going to blink first? And the Lakers have the leverage. So if I were them, I would hold out. Now, New Orleans is saying to them, look, because New Orleans, I'm told, really likes Brandon Ingram first, then Lonzo, then Kuzma, in that order. I know the LA Times said Kuzma's the guy they like the most. I'm told it's Ingram and then Lonzo. But Brandon Ingram, they're a little bit concerned about the blood clots. So they can say to the Lakers, look, this guy is possibly damaged goods. So you've got to give us Kuzma to make this thing even. So that's what they're saying. But the Lakers have the leverage because let's look at the other possibilities. New York. What do they have to offer that's better than the Lakers package? Even if they get, first of all, if they don't get Kyrie, KD, even if they got him, he wouldn't play next year. So let's say KD goes there. They max him out. He sits out the year. Anthony Davis goes to play there. You have a bad year. You don't know how KD's going to come back. AD could leave. And then you've given up this number 3 pick for a 1-year rental. You know, so they have to, New York has to be careful how much they give up. Even if they were to get Kyrie, and so now you trade the number 3 pick for AD, but you try to trade the number 3 pick for AD, but New Orleans is going to want an all-star because your young players, Mitchell Robinson, Kevin Knox, Frank Ntilikina, like, they're not exciting New Orleans. That's not a better package than the Lakers can get. And what do you have to offer a team to get an all-star in the package that can go to New Orleans? So I don't think the Knicks can better what L.A. is offering. Boston, we know he's Trader Danny and he's willing to take the risk and all that, but he would be nuts with Kyrie Irving out the door to give up the whole package. If you want to give up, I believe he might offer Jason Tatum by himself, you know, with some filler and not the other young guys. Or he may offer Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart and some picks, but not Jason Tatum. That's not better than the Lakers offer. So I don't see Brooklyn can't offer a better deal. The Lakers are in the driver's seat. The question is this: who is going to blink first? Is it the Pelicans and say, all right, we'll do the deal without Kuzma? Or is it the Lakers to say, no, we'll throw in Kyle? It's getting done, though.
Okay.
Hey, Skip Bayless, this may or may not be some Johnny Walker.
Looks like water to me.
I told you, Skip Bayless. I told you we, the Lakers, the purple and gold, are in the catbird seat. Because guess what? All those other teams, they got diddly poo to offer. Because remember, all those draft picks, they rolled the dice on Kyrie. They gave up, which turned out to be Colin Sexton. They gave that up. Now they got a bunch of picks, 13, 15, 19. Nobody wants that. If people don't want the 4th pick, what the hell makes you think they're going to want 14, 15, or 19? So roll the dice if you want to. This is what we got for you. Now, we got these good deals sitting out here for you, David Griffin, because, see, Skip, the thing that David Griffin is, he's not emotionally invested like Dale Demps. He's not emotionally invested like Gail Benson, who doesn't want to do business. But David Griffin said, look here, ma'am, I really appreciate you giving me this opportunity, but if you want me to build this team and have a championship caliber contending team for years to come, you got to take personal feelings out of this. If this is the best offer, you need to give me your blessings and let me make this deal. And I believe that's what's going to happen. Now, as I said before, Skip, It's not going to be a deal breaker, but we're going to comb the league and see if someone would want that 4th pick for a player the Pelicans might be interested in. But as I said before, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and old Kyle Kuzma, the old song, Skip, you remember that song? We're in the money. We're in the money.
Way before my time.
You don't want this to happen, Skip, because you like LeBron being down, but it's going to happen, bro.
You want this deep down
Speaking of
for the
LeBron
league
being
and the
down,
Lakers.
I disagreed with only one point that you made. You said the Lakers have the leverage here. I do not see that. I think it has become for these Lakers AD or bust, because it has been widely reported that no premium free agent is interested in playing with LeBron on a stage run by Rob Pelinka and Jeannie Buss and Linda Rambis and what has become for many a Staples clown show that Magic vacated like in a shock, right?
Right.
Okay, so again, Woj at ESPN has reported that the Lakers are trying to exercise restraint here on the trade. I just don't see how they can restrain themselves, because I do think the Clippers could make a viable offer. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is really good, and he's right there with Lonzo as a potential star, and they could use him in New Orleans as their centerpiece point guard.
Right.
And I don't know, you could start throwing in Lou Williams and Gallinari, and I don't know. I'm not underestimating Jerry West running the Clippers right now, and the Nets do have a Fort Knox of draft picks that they could dangle.
Remember, they gave up some of those.
They did. But again, and they have a lot of nice players. I don't know. I'm not going to underestimate those two teams. Boston, it just seems like a long shot, because Rich Paul has just made it clear we're 1 year or bust. You know, you can have us for a year if that's what you want. So I'm going to knock them out, and I'm with you on the Knicks. I just don't see what's there. I don't see it. But again, I don't see where the Lakers are going except with AD. They have to have him. So to me, I'm looking at a man right now smiling at me in this big-headed monitor of his. And
Right. It's bigger than usual, right?
this is the same guy who's got no use for Lonzo Ball. He's got little use for Brandon Ingram, and he has some use, but only some use for Kyle Kuzma. This was his feedback throughout the season. So come on, it's like here today, gone tomorrow. It's in one eye and out the other with these three players. According to you, you should just plunge, just do it. And nobody seems to love the fourth pick in the draft, right?
It's a big drop off.
All right. Okay.
You have to show restraint. Skip, anytime you go buy something, whether it be a car or a home, you might like, I won't get this. But you just play it calm, like, oh, this is really nice, but I don't know about the decor inside. I think it can use this wall can use a coat of paint, or see it's chipping, it's cracking. You know what I'm saying, Skip? You gotta play cool, Skip. You just don't go plunge. Oh, we'll take it.
How many people have you run into here in Los Angeles where the real estate market is through every roof?
Right.
How many people have you run into who said, you won't believe what 7 years ago I paid $10 million for my house, and now it's like a bargain, Okay, that's what would happen with AD. You'd pay all that now, and 2 years from now you'd be saying, boy, this is a bargain. We got this transcendent superstar in return for these kids. Come on.
Look, it's negotiation right now. At the end of the day, I have no doubt if they have to, they'll give up those three guys. And you're right, they're not getting another free agent. Not one of the tier one guys. Okay, so they have to get it done. And it also could end up being Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart. Like,
that's a big drop-off from Kyle.
It's a big drop-off, but both of them are setting their standards very high for now, because they've still got a week or so, or actually exactly a week, right, before the draft. So that's really the deadline.
I want to go back to something Skip said. Skip said that Rich Paul said that if Boston were to trade for AD, it's a one-year rental. Skip, you remember in January, AD's dad said the very same thing that Rich Paul conveyed in his Sports Illustrated article. Oh, Boston, you could trade for him, but you only gonna get it for 1 year.
Okay.
And that's the thing. Every team, look, we know he would stay with the Lakers, and he likes New York. The problem with New York, even though he's saying, okay, this is a destination I want to go to, what's your team gonna look like? He could go there willingly, like, all right, I'm glad to be here. Then you win 37 games next year, no hope of improving, and he leaves. He could do that with any other team. He could go to the Clippers and still ultimately feel like, you know what, I want to play with LeBron, and then leave them as a free agent. So that's something all these other teams have to take into account.
All I know is, speaking of the Sports Illustrated article that you referred to, at the end of it, it refers to both AD and his girlfriend, and they're all over the LA real estate market, and Rich Paul is sending them by the day, how about this house? How about this house? Well, that's why I say, I still think the Pelicans have the leverage here, because it seems like AD's heart and soul are already in Hollywood.
Well, half the league lives in LA in the summer.
All right.
So.
Well, okay.
We're gonna mention this later, because Rich Paul equated the Lakers to J-Lo. How you say no to J-Lo? A-Rod wanted J-Lo back in 1998.
Okay.
Here it is, 23 years later, he get his opportunity. 96, excuse me. And here it is, 23 years later, he gets an opportunity. AD always wanted to be the Laker.
Well,
Pelicans interrupted this.
you know what they say about beauty? It's in the eye of the beholder. So if he beholds beauty...
Well, I'm beholding something beautiful.
Okay. All right.
It's going to be good for the league. It's going to be good for you.
I'm good with it, but you got to plunge. You got to just do it.
Yep.
You got to throw
It's just negotiating. It's just negotiating.
No.
Okay.
You know what? There was
Sometimes,
nothing-
Skip, instead of getting this real estate market, you move out further.
Yeah. So that we got an hour drive into the studio in the morning. Yep. Okay.
No
Nothing
way,
beautiful
no how.
Yeah.
about KD's injury the other night, guys. Who was at fault for letting KD play in Game 5?
Good question.
We're going to discuss that with Chris Broussard coming up next.